Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And earlier this evening, I put up a video talking about what are the potential options happening in South Africa in the future. And they look pretty bleak, to be quite honest. But one of the things I said is that these figures that the government are giving out about coronavirus infections is a load of BS. And I got an email from Marlena, who sent me this information that's come from someone who's in the know. And this is the sort of information we need to get out there, guys. We need to get out there. This is not fake news. This is clearly what's happening in South Africa. And I'll just start from the top. For those of you still going out, i.e. out of your house, other than to get essential supplies for you or seniors, for those of you still visiting or seeing your parents 65 plus, for those of you with the mentality that it's fine if we just all get COVID-19 and it's no big deal, stop and stay at home. I don't typically talk about my family or my personal life on Facebook, but for this cause I am going to make an exception. My husband is a physician in the ER. He has been working every single night this week. If you knew what he and so many doctors know, you would stay home. Ignore the numbers of COVID cases reported in the news and by the minister. Now, this is what I was talking about the other day when the ANC government decided that they were going to censor anything reported on the coronavirus in the news in South Africa. Because they're doing this because they don't want the truth to come out. Your fake news in South Africa is the mainstream media reporting on the coronavirus because they are restricted to reporting what the government allows them to report. Otherwise, they can actually be put in behind bars for 6 months, believe it or not. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, continuing with this email. Don't ignore the numbers of COVID cases reported in the news. They are no longer relevant. No longer relevant. His ER is no longer testing anyone that doesn't work in healthcare or the high-risk community. Patients coming in with symptoms are told that they may have the virus and to go home without a test and isolate, unless they need urgent care, of course. For every recorded number, you can now assume there are many hundreds more. On top of that, hundreds are now walking around with the virus with no symptoms yet. Within weeks, we will see a huge surge, but those numbers will not be reported because they are no longer testing anyone. During that incubation time, they are fully contagious and spreading the virus to hundreds more if they go out. To protect you and your family from contacting it from people who don't even know they have it, stay home. To protect others in case you have it and don't even know you have it, stay home. Approximately 1 in 5 seniors die from this disease, so if you have a heart and want to take care of our most vulnerable community members, stay home. FaceTime them, call them, bring them groceries, while taking extreme precautions, of course, i.e. cleaning your hands and even the items with disinfectant. Young people are also extremely affected by this virus, can also die from it, so please, just stay home. If people continue to go out, our healthcare systems will not be able to cope and care for everyone who needs it. The only way to curb or ideally stop this virus is to stay home. People are taking this too lightly. They are looking at reported cases as a guide. I can't stress this enough. That number is grossly underrepresented. If you want there to be an end in sight from the social distancing reality, if you want to save lives, including your own, stay home. I copied this from a community group, judging by the worldwide response to and treatment of the threat. I believe this. The track record of the communist government in South Africa also places a huge question mark over their official figures. The last thing one wants to do is spread unnecessary panic. So what is the right thing to do? Well, the right thing to do is for the ANC government to have medical staff, without fear or favour, explaining exactly the situation in South Africa. I'm sick and tired of that Minister of Health, that idiot who gets up, Zweli, and he says these things, as if he's an expert. And really, he's so out of his depth, it's ridiculous. I'm going to leave it there. But please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.